good. Okay, we got a new video coming out right now, and what I'm going to do is try and demonstrate how I get my scaling for the Star guitar. This is going to be an ongoing series, as you can see. That's the Star guitar, and I had spoke a little bit about this neck on one of the previous videos. On this neck blank, I gave some generalities on this previous video, but I think I explained how to glue and laminate the maple blanks together to get what we have here. It's an angled neck, laminated maple neck, and then also the truss rod slot has been routed. Now, if you want to see how I routed this truss rod slot, and if you want to see a little more on specifics of how I glued the maple on, you'll need to go to my Patreon page. My YouTube channel and my Patreon page are going to kind of work together, but the more specific and intricate, detailed fabrication that I do on my guitars, you will have to go to my Patreon page and subscribe and see, how I accomplish this point of fabrication. Like today, what I'm going to do is for the Star guitar, we're going to be using a shorter scale fingerboard. This is a 25-inch fingerboard, and I'm going to show you how I approach getting this scaling taken care of, centering the bridge and so forth. It's going to be generalities. I'll probably do more, like I say, specified fabrication tips when if you go on my Patreon page. So this will be like a general concept of how it's done. So as you know, we routed the Star body for a tremolo, and I insert the tremolo. It's a basic frame of a vintage style Fender tremolo. And okay, now we've got play here. You can see that there's play on the very top of your screen. I'm pretty sure it's coming. Yeah, it's you can see it. But anyway, what I do is I take a piece of masking tape and I'll push the bridge in this direction until it stops, and I'll put a piece of guide tape. Then I'll push the bridge back this way, and I'll put another piece of guide tape, and that's on the edge of the tremolo bridge. It's pretty straightforward. So you can see the amount of play that I have, and basically what I do is I just center it. Okay, I'm going to do that again. So push the bridge forward, and then, like I say, this is just a general concept of what I'm doing here. Bridge forward, and then you push the bridge upward this direction until it stops. Apply your guide tape. You can see my finger right there. And then push the bridge in this direction going down until it stops. Add another piece of guide tape on the edge. You can see I put a piece right here where my finger is moving. The bridge is forward. And then I just center the bridge between the pieces of tape. And that gives me an approximate location at this point of where the bridge is going to go. I've decided I could have gone with a 25.5-inch scale. I could have gone with a 25-inch scale, 21, 22, 23, 24 frets, whatever your preference is. I'm choosing 22 frets, and with this blank being as long as it is, this allows me to cut whatever length I need to accommodate the neck fitting into this pocket right here. Here's the pocket. So what I did was, since I'm going to choose 25-inch scale, So I've got a 25-inch, 16-inch radius, fret radius. It's a flat back, which is what you want. It's got to be perfectly flat. This is rosewood. 16-inch radius on the fingerboard. And it's slotted at a 25-inch scale. It's been slotted for, let's see if we can get some lighting here. Here's the, I'll point this out. Here's the 0 fret. Here's my 12th fret, which is what I've marked right there. And then I've marked 22. This is the position, the line, the fret slot, where the end of the neck is going to line up with my neck pocket that I routed. As you can see there, I'm pointing to that. 22nd fret. So let me go over that again. This is a 16-inch radius, flat back. It hasn't been tapered yet, which is what I do. It's got a 0 nut here, and then it's slotted up to 24 frets. I'm only going to choose 22, but my 22 fret is going to be the mark that lines up with the inside cavity of my neck pocket. So if I set the fingerboard at the 22nd fret slot, and I take a measurement from the 0 fret to the 12th fret, I get approximately, it should be 12.5 inches. And then if I measure from the 12th fret to I have a marked line on my bridge which indicates the, as you can see that, let's see at my, yeah, you can see the pencil. I've got a mark here which indicates where the tops of my saddles go. Let me reposition this a little more. I'm just trying to get everything in here. So once again, I've marked with a Sharpie the top of the bridge where the tops of the saddles go. There are no saddles on this bridge. And so you should have that measurement. I'm at the deepest cut of the neck pocket. I line up my 22nd fret slot. I take a measurement to the 12th fret. It's from 0 fret to 12th fret. It's 12.5 inches on a 25-inch scale. And I point and start at the 12th fret, and I go to the top of the market of where my bridge saddles are, and it's 12.5. So that's the setting that I'm going to go with for marking the back of my neck. This has to be a certain length, and so basically from the front where the nut goes, I'm going to mark that distance here on my neck. So from 0 fret to 22nd fret, it's sometimes I use the number 1 mark on the tape. So it's showing 19, but basically I don't want to confuse you on that, but you know, from the tape end to the 22nd fret, it's 18 inches. So I'm going to make a mark here, 18 inches. Like I said, I like to use the number 1 mark, and so that'll 1 more inch further gives me 19, but it's technically it's 18 from this beginning of the tape to here. It's 18 inches, and this is what I'm going to cut off. So what I'll do is I'll make a mark across right here. This will be cut off on the bandsaw. So that'll be 18 inches from the nut, beginning of the fingerboard all the way to 18-inch here. And that's the length that I need. So if I set this crudely, bear with me here as I make some marks. So I've lined up my 18 inches to the inside cavity right here. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe so. And if I put my fingerboard on it, setting the 0 mark in the front, which would be 0 fret, 22nd fret, that's the 22nd fret slot, 22nd fret slot right at the cavity. And then if I take a measurement from the beginning of the tape to the mark where my saddles go that I have here, it's 25 inches. This is a 25-inch scaled fingerboard. And I'm going to stop right there, short and sweet, just to give you an idea of how I aligned the fingerboard onto the back of the maple neck that I'm going to be making. The dimensions that you want to really hone in on would be the thickness of a typical strat neck is, the maple part is 3/4 of an inch, the fingerboard is 1/4 of an inch, giving you 1 inch. A 1 inch thick neck, which is coarse shaped and tapered. The neck pocket for a typical bolt-on fender style neck is a 5/8 inch deep route. And I've already figured all that out with my templates. So that right there will give you an idea of what we're going to be going with. On the next video, I'll be shaping the fingerboard. I'll do some general filming and explanation of that, and then we'll proceed, and we'll be getting closer and closer towards gluing up the neck with the truss rod. Here's the truss rod that we're going to be using. It's a 2-way adjustable truss rod, so that'll go in this position, being adjusted from the back. I like to have my necks adjusted from the back. That eliminates the truss rod cover. So anyway, that concludes this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Also, one thing that's really important is this YouTube channel works in conjunction with my Patreon channel, Patreon page. So by all means, subscribe to my Patreon page and get more in-depth and specific information on fabrication of building a guitar, whether it be the neck, the body, routing, all the tips and procedures will be on there. My YouTube channel will be more of a general information that I'll be giving to you, but I'll always refer to my Patreon page for all the specifics and more, like I say, detailed filming. I'd like to thank everybody for their positive comments. I'd like to thank everybody for helping me increase my statistics on my YouTube channel. I'm very close to reaching my 4,000 mark of viewing hours. Thanks to you. You followers are just fantastic. You fans that I have out there are fantastic, and I am forever grateful for what you're doing. And everything is skyrocketing and just escalating dramatically. And it's kind of like about time that I get my information and videos to share with the public viewers. So thank you so much. You can check out my Instagram. You can see me on Facebook. Send me an email at karl@karlsandoval.com. I would appreciate any kind of contributions or donations if it's within your heart to do so. Just send it to my PayPal account. Use my email address, which is karl@karlsandoval.com. With that being said, God bless you and thank you so much. Have a great day.